All right, and now we're back from outer space. I've said that before. I love that one. We are directly on the property line for the border of Power Grid. You can see some really cool stumps. And I was correct, that is newer logging evidence with those stumps. That is on the other side of the border, and those are hickories and white oaks. And those are two of the more valuable trees that were selectively cut at some point over the recent past. You can see, as evidenced by those over there. I'm still really close. Oh well. We're gonna go all the way up as far as we can. We've already found the trail coming from one property to the other. Try not to get overheated. Get all sweaty. Also, not freeze on the phone. Alright. Well, this is an access road up here. Property marker has to be here somewhere. Interesting stump. Oh yeah, they were just up here recently. I'm gonna pause and check the border. Make double sure where I'm at. Okay, we're going again. We are directly on the borderline. And as you can see, somebody knew right where they were. They cut all the way to the edge. Every decent sized tree they could get their hands on. That's also a trend. Alright, I'm in the park. It's a snowy day. We're investigating doings and goings on here at Deepwood Glade. We're on top of Peak 5, the lowest peak of Deepwood Glade. As you can see evidenced, here's Farmhouse. Here's our opposition peak. Over here is Landing. Over there, you can just barely see. I apologize. This is Landing. This is Peak. That's the highest point. And then on the other side, this is what we call midpoint. This actually isn't a peak. This is where the farmhouse is. This is just a bump in the saddle. The next highest point over is just on the other side of that. That one doesn't have a name either. So a lot of the hilltops and peaks around here, they have established names, along with a lot of the creeks and things like that. A lot of them are called knobs and such. Oh, I didn't realize you can see the neighbor's property so easily from here. That is the street. That is the only actual road that leads to the mountain. That's over there. Okay, continuing on. This path here you can see is just an access path. The road itself is down over this lip right here and goes past where the property markers will be located. The surveyors usually only put the property markers right along the road. I'm assuming that so they don't have to get out of their truck and walk too far. It's not to be deprecating, and I believe that's actually the case. Oh, that deer stand I was unaware of. Now this one most certainly is. I once again hit a button with my finger and shut off the camera for a second. As I was saying, this one is most certainly not old. Those straps that have been placed on it to stabilize it, I can't even imagine what that sound was. We are 5 or 6 miles away from the nearest highway. So unless that is some type of aircraft that was in severe distress, that sounded extreme. Okay, those spikes are driven directly into the sides of the tree, and this stand part here is pressed into the tree with the cargo strap in order to get to those spikes. I don't see obvious trail around here, just depression. You can see there is, you know, at least game activity. I don't know if that's human trail. I'm not a professional tracker. It's obvious that there's activity out here. Just how much? Alright. This bowl here is the hollow that leads down to the other side of the farmstead. Mushroom farm, and the top of the glade itself, the actual field in the glade, where all the waterways and the spring lead down to. That's way down in there. Alright, we're going to go back over here. Like I said, we're going to head towards the access road. See if there's any recent activity right up there. Oh, lovely. Here's an old tire. Respect. Oh, a beer bottle. Oh no, never mind. That's a Snapple. Either a Snapple or a Yoo-Hoo. Alright. Here we are. This is the access road. Okay, we're getting a lot more rain than we are snowflakes at this point. I'm not really terribly surprised. Like I said, it was 61 yesterday, for God's sake. I'm going to go ahead and pause again, make sure I'm at the correct boundary. I'll turn the camera right back on.